health, research, you should know money. I want to see the account of this university in selling herbal products and establishing herbal clinics. Alert. Bangam, bangam. Why African Traditional Medicine Day celebration? 31st of August every year. Who declared it? What happened? In 2001, our African heads of state in Abuja declared the need to promote African traditional medicine. The WHO then approved, and then they started implementing it, that henceforth a day should be set aside for celebrating African traditional medicine, where we can evaluate and synthesize what have we achieved so far. And it came up with a strategy, 2000 to 2005. That is to begin to understand your traditional medicine, begin to document your traditional medicine, begin to see how you can train and establish what is happening here today. A further strategy from 2014 to 2023 is to give you, look at it, some policies, regulation, guidelines, strengthening quality assurance, safety, and proper use of effective medicine, which is in line with this theme of 2024. You are to further train, educate. You don't have to give practitioners PhD. They don't need your PhD. You need them more than they. All you need, communicate with them. Niprid is on the global map because of a product called Niprisan. Nicosan. This product was given by a practitioner with 4 medicinal plants, worked with Niprid, and developed the drug that is used in the management of sickle cell. In America, it was not listed as a drug. It was listed as a food supplement. The guy is dead. Today, his family are still getting royalty. And Ministry of Health has given private partnership to May and Baker for commercialization of Nicosan, which they are currently doing. You see, I decided to give you all the WHO declaration, which started 2003. Listen to 2003. Traditional medicine, our culture, our future. It addresses the key issue of integration and intellectual property right. 2000, your culture, your heritage. Just go through some of them. 2012, what is the impact of traditional medicine? 2011, conservation of medicinal plants. That was a great work done by the professor. He's conserving the medicinal plants, which I saw in the documentary. 2014, you can see, go down. Local manufacturing 2018 of traditional medicine products in African region. Practice TMPs and the products. 2022, when they saw 2022, there was first decade, 2001 to 2010. They say we have not achieved more. They brought the second decade till 2022. And they say 2 days of African traditional medicine. Progress was achieving universal health coverage. You cannot achieve if you don't have certain things in place, which was mentioned earlier. That is training, quality control, research, because they now begin to know that you are looking at the safety and traditional medicine. When you say traditional medicine, I have defined it. Under traditional medicine, there are many subgroups. Herbal medicine is one of it, which is indigenous medicine. There are traditional bone setters. There are traditional bed attendants. There are traditional surgeons. They are all under traditional medicine. So, try to define. If you are having a collaboration with traditional bone setters, you say you are having traditional collaboration with traditional bone setters. Herbal medicine under your own traditional medicine is your indigenous medicine. The plants that you have, which has been estimated to be over 10,000 species. I went to Ondo, I tried to get, and I saw you documented 607 medicinal plants. You can make all the products that is needed to manage even diseases that are yet unborn. You see, another thing about traditional medicine which we should understand, it addresses you holistically. It is not symptomatic. You know, we in Orthodox, I have headache, take Panadol. BP, take that BP drug. It's going to be a calcium blocker or it's going to be a centrally active. That's how we do it. We look for the active ingredients because we want a specific effect. That is what science has said. And that is why you research. That is why you do clinical trials. Because I have told people, do you know the process of making drug discovery? Initially, it will take you about 20 years to come up with a drug. Scientific drug, pharmaceutical drug, from the beginning to the end. The sources of medicine are three. Either natural sources, synthetic sources, and biosynthetic sources, which is the pharmaceutical. Once a drug is pharmaceutical drug, it becomes a chemical because of the processes involved in bringing out that particular active ingredients from multi-components. So the herbal medicine in natural form, scientists copy the structure of herbal medicine to synthesize it in the lab to produce the synthetic copy. Acetaminophen is a raw material for paracetamol and is the main ingredient. Acetaminophen is developed from one of the products of the petrochemical. That is why we should support the establishment of Dangote petrochemical industry. Petrochemical industry will give you some of the components, antihypertensive, antibiotics, all these antidepressants. They are from the component of thank you, man. They are from the component of some of these chemicals. If they carry all your crude oil, they carry your components, they produce your components. Kai. Okay, a glass of water. Thank you. The younger generation that are here, you must be active. You are going to make money if you follow it right. Because you are going to establish some of you as plant cultivators, semi-processors, value chain, packaging scientifically, marketers, and sellers of herbal products. You see, in all this, you need to be aware. What has government done? I'm privileged to be a Federal Minister of Health civil servant who has been involved in all the steps the federal government has taken, at least in promoting traditional medicine and herbal medicine. You know, some will say they didn't do anything. I think this is an information for the college. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just get this information and begin to work on it. Because if you are not well informed, you begin to look what is in Sokoto, what is in your Sokoto. You know, it started as a program in the Department of Planning for 10 years, 1997 to 2007. In 30th of May, you know, I like President Olusegun Obasanjo. The man did well. He set up, he went to somewhere outside the country. They told him in Nigeria, Africa is blessed with medicinal plants. Come and harness it. He now set up a committee called Committee for the Commercialization, Promotion, Development and Commercialization of Medicinal Plants in Nigeria, headed by the late Professor Sofo-Ora. You know, he has done a lot in herbal medicine. He also said we should produce a blueprint for the Institute of Traditional Medicine as far as 2006. In 2007, the first policy which Aziz showed was developed. Even if you look at the content of the policy, we have not achieved 10%. We were able to bring, then The Minister of Health, Professor Lambo, said, you will see practitioners, almost 14 different associations will come to him. He said, no. Go and meet the Director of Food and Drugs. He's an Ondo man, Omotayo. You know, pharmacist Omotayo. That day, he said, all the 13 associations of the practitioners, he said, make them one. Then they can collaborate effectively with us. From 9 a.m., we did not finish that meeting until 10 p.m. in the night. We came up with a name called NANTMP, Nigerian Association of Traditional Medicine Practitioners of Nigeria. It was born. They had their executives. We helped them develop their whatever they wanted. Their board of trustees, they had it. That is why you see, facilitate the formation of practitioners. That was the first time with FACE. I like to give recognition to people who have worked. If you don't recognize your predecessors, you will not succeed. I was told your governor, Mimiko, did well. They said he established this university. Am I right? I don't know. So let's appreciate him for that. And subsequently, may the soul of the former governor rest in perfect peace. A man of substance, a man who said it the way it is, the creator of Ametokom, I don't know what you call it. Let's appreciate him. And I hope these governors will do the same. Make Ondo a very vibrant, they say sunshine. I am yet to see the sun. Make what I mean by sun. Many things will happen, oh. Let it be, go to sunshine. But let's just capture the vision of the policy. To see the practice of traditional medicine in Nigeria become a respected mode of treatment, preserving cultural heritage with respectable practitioners and providers, delivering quality healthcare to all Nigerians, and a situation in which economic potentials of traditional medicine are also actualized to the benefit of all. Not only health benefits, economic benefits, natural developmental goal benefits. Mission to create an enabling environment for the development of traditional medicine for national health system development and economic practices. The division in 2008, the first publication of herbal pharmacopoeia was done in 2008. 2008 to 2011, we were training and the development of curriculum for camp practitioners. I'm sure you'll be able to have a draft copy of those. And the code of ethics and practice, they have all these things. Just look for them. 2013, that is the presentation Dr. Abdulaziz did. It was a lot of work. They went to Ghana to see how Ghana is doing it. They went to United Kingdom to see how that committee. That is why they came up with that. I think the minister should relaunch that curriculum to send a message during the Traditional Medicine Day. If you adopt that curriculum, and I think it has been approved finally by NUC, you use it for pharmacy students, for nursing students, for medical students, for practitioners that want, as a doctor, go and study traditional medicine and get diploma. Is it bad? Professor Olujoba, professor of pharmacognosy, showed me his mamalao that trained him. When he graduated, she gave him a certificate. You see, establishment of the department in 2018, and these are just the 4 divisions. Traditional medicine practice, complementary and alternative medicine practice, herbal product, complementary and production and commercialization, and then traditional complementary and research and development. These are the 4 divisions. So don't hesitate to collaborate with TCAM department, and of course now we have the sole administrator under the Federal College of Complementary and Alternative Medicine. They have reduced, currently we are working on the traditional medicine policy will be launched, the reviewed one. And herbal pharmacopoeia, where they have included almost 100 medicinal plants, in addition to the former 22 indigenous. I thought it wise that in pharmacy, we have essential medicine lists. I said, let us have essential medicinal plant lists, which I set up a committee And that is the book that will be launched by the Minister of State, called Nigerian Medicinal Plants Essential List. It's just a guide for you to have some knowledge of the experts. Professors were there in the committee that came up with that work. So I'm glad that Dr. Aziza is giving you that list. You are even giving them before the launch. Now, Joro, you do. Well done. We have a database of practitioners at the Federal Ministry of Health. Because of all this, they are wrangling, fighting, and instead of them collaborating, one wants to be president, one wants to be everything. So we say, no, let's have a database which will help us to know the practitioners. So we have a database, and that is why this is their coordinator, and they have state representatives. Please work with the modern herbal medicine practitioners of Nigeria. Even though we had the non-TAP, you know what is the problem with non-TAP? When they sort themselves out, we'll be able to work with them. They are fighting, so they are 3 in 1. But these ones that are coordinated, they say modern. Why they give the same modern is that they want to collaborate with research institutes. So I think you should use that opportunity. You know, like Dr. Abdul says, the National Council for Health approved that every state should set up a department of TCAM. It will foster harmony. It will foster research. In this state, you need to go to your TCAM department in the Ondo State Ministry of Health to work with them and work with the boards. These are line of making your work easy. You know, of course, we are celebrating the African Traditional Medicine Day, which is a good day. You are bringing us together to tell you what we have done, what we should do, and what we stand to benefit. Let me make you, historically, I think it should be a record. The research into local medicine started in University of Ibadan in 1966. 1977 led to the establishment of Institute of Medical Research. 1970, we had the first national conference on TM in Federal Ministry of Health, where there were so many practitioners. I was told during that time, you know, they were fighting for leadership. One of them died in the meeting. You know, there was one. And then when they said, this man said this one died, they say, you are going to raise him up? Don't raise him up, or you follow. That one didn't do it. They say some of them, their trousers were tearing. That's what I was told during that conference. But I think they are better now. They are not like what you think. 1984, establishment of raw materials and FURO. Because these are people that are dealing with medicinal plants. You go to see what have they done, and you work on it. You know, you don't reinvent the wheel. Just have the privilege of getting the previous information, and then you can analyze some and work on them so that you move forward. You don't have finance. Money is no longer available as it used to be. So fast track it and gain more through effective collaboration. 1988, NIPRID was established. 1993, we have Council of Arts, which is also related to, because they are meant to set up botanical gardens in each state. I don't know whether the Council of Arts has set up one in here. 1993 led to the establishment of NAFDAC degree. 1997, Natural Medicine, FedCam College, we have said it. Artemisinin Development Company. I'll give you a pictorial from farm to market when I come to Artemisinin. Standard Organization. Many of you, do you know the agency called Standard of Organization? It has developed 10 standards for African traditional medicine, currently working in 4 standards. You need to go to their website to find out what they have done. Collaboration. We have the privilege of collaborating with China to train you in their own traditional medicine. The same thing with India. That will be done under the leadership of the Federal Ministry of Health. WAHO, we have talked about WAHO. They have done a lot. They actually, I'm sure you have the West African Pharmacopoeia, Volume 1 and 2. They have trained practitioners. They have even trained orthodox, bring them together. And of course, the WHO recognized the ATM, and they have given you strategies. We organized the first TCAM conference, 2022. The first lady was there because she loves medicinal plants. Look at private efforts. You can collaborate with them. Professor Maurice Iwu, Pax Herbals near you there in Edo by the Reverend Father. Immense Self from Nature by the late Kafaru. That book is something. Get that book and read it. Ruzu Holistic Librisan. These are some of the people who are working. Your Quincy Herbals is there. My herbal pharmacy, first herbal pharmacy in West Africa, located, I've said, I have 400 herbs in display. I carry out mixing of herbal formulation. You know, as a pharmacist, we are initially apothecaries. When you come, we look at the composition and mix and give to you. And I do also body care products. Let me, indigenous plants, 10,000 species. I told you pharmacopoeia. I told you the review. Essential medicinal plants, common plants by books, plants by Professor Idu, the plant called medicine, healing plants of Nigeria, Professor Iwu and Iwu, West African, Ghana Pharmacopoeia, even Cote d'Ivoire, they have their 29. Ondo, I said, let me look at Ondo just to give you some idea. I don't know if but Ondo has 607 medicinal plants reported by Tolu Odogbami, Medicinal Plants Garden. Team under the center is Ekobo. Am I right? That's the center you showed. Okay, but there's one thing you must consider about value addition to medicinal plants. You must consider viability of these medicinal plants, which depends on agronomical considerations. That means geographical spread, ethnobotanical values, economic values, and commercialization. Don't go and take a plant that is difficult and you want to commercialize it. It will be difficult for you. Some medicinal plants in Ondo with above values include, let me glance through, I saw kola nut. I wish you know the value of kola nut. You add value and you do more medicine to that. You have Morinda lucida, Osimum gratissimum, Venelia magladana, all these are anti-malarials, you can use it. They can develop value chain for commercialization of the plants. 2024 theme. You know, we talked about regulation. The team talks about the support, the provision of quality and team. NAFDAC is currently mandated to provide listing of herbal medicine in line with their established protocols. You must follow their protocols. It's hectic, but manage to do it. At the end of the day, you'll be happy. Because once your product is listed with NAFDAC, that means it's safe. They put all the science language. Don't worry, you are also equipped. Blow them with the science. Give it to them. You'll find that your products can be listed. I want to see some products coming out of medical university, Odo. Okay? Have your clinics, get people to come. When I went 2013 to deliver a lecture at University of Lagos, just like this, I had over 50 professors. I said, professors, why are you calling me to deliver lecture? You're all professors. They say, no, but this is your area. Do you know why I'm happy today? They have a herbal clinic in Lagos. University of Lagos. Yes, when you go there and they produce herbal products, they make money. You can do that. Professors, academicians, you are supposed to have money, oh, please. But good money, where you can enjoy your life more, go holiday, and come back and refresh your brain and teach the students better. You know, the TCAM Is it not better? Thank you. This is okay? Thank you. Don't worry. Look at the global market. 2021, 135 billion. 2022, 138 billion. 2023, 328 billion. 2030, expected to be 4 billion. UE is the biggest market. China is the largest producer, followed by Korea, USA, and India. Best in herbal medicine is China, Japan, and India. Best companies in herbal medicine is all in India. Where are you? Only 2 ranch. I'm giving you the quote of Dr. Adeshina when he was the Minister of Agri. He said agriculture, he said herbal medicine is a butter business. It's agric business. It's phytomedicine business. It's cosmetics business. Pharmaceutical, even our drugs, 40% to 45% is from the natural source. Food supplements, environmental, spiritual business. Now they are looking for spiritual business. So practitioners, do your spiritualism. Go sell them. You make money. I want to give you a brief history of this company where I was the MD. Artemisia annua. I want you to be able to cultivate Artemisia annua in Nigeria. You can do that. Let's get the Artemisia seeds. But let me tell you the secret of the seed. When Olusegun Obasanjo went to China, he said he won them, 2002, when there was a shift from chloroquine to malaria. They say we need ACT, and they were very expensive. You couldn't buy it. So, but they said the plant, you can domesticate it. So he set up a committee to domesticate Artemisia annua. And then the committee later on became the company. So he went to China. He said, where is this seed of Artemisia? They showed him. They said, no, it will not grow in Nigeria. No, don't need it. He said, give me the seed. He said, okay. And brought it to Nigeria. Men of wisdom. So this is a plant. I don't need to tell you, you can read more. But it grows in East Africa, Tanzania, Madagascar. The pharmaceutical company then in Kenya, Novartis, was interested in producing ACT. So all farmers had money in Kenya. They were cultivating Artemisia annua. I went to visit that farm. Look at the plant. In Nigeria, we do 2 trials in each geopolitical zones, whether Artemisia, a native of Nigerian plant, will be adaptable to environment, to determine. Pilots say Taraba, Gombe, Ogun State. I think there was Abeokuta. Ogun, we went to Abeokuta there. Look at it. This is how you develop the nursery. This is the nursery bed. This is how you do it. Look at it. Plateau. See how you give it. Watering. Preparation. Look at it. Look at harrowing. You are now commercializing it. You can harrow. Look at some pilot farms. Just to tell you that the plant is good in Nigeria. Look at how it grew. Look at harvesting, getting ready. 6 months biannual plant. That's me when I visit the Karu. We did some trials in Karu. Look at the plant. Look at the leaves. Harvesting. Look at the plant. Look at the seeds there. Look at sorting and sieving. By women, you create job for women. Domesticated. Analyzed Artemisia was between 0.4 to 1.9. That means you have passed the test. So they say it should be 0.5. 0.4, that is the artemisinin content to be commercially viable. In Nigeria, you have it 0.6 to 1.29. And this 1.29, we took the samples to a French laboratory in France. They gave us that 1.29. So it's a potential cash crop. We develop guidelines for cultivation, production of Artemisia annua seeds, acquisition of technical knowledge, and production of annual biomass for value addition. Improving the research techniques. Look at it. We started packaging, capsulating to try. These are some of the products that first came up as far